Lillian Bonsignore worked her way up through the ranks of EMS to become the commissioner of the City of New York Fire Department. And since we're talking about the fire department and we're approaching the 25th anniversary of 9/11, I wonder how the fire department is coping with this important milestone.
As you can expect, it's a very, very heavy year for us. So everybody's doing the best they can. You know, we start to feel the pressure early in the year. And by August, it's fully engaged. A lot of anxiety, a lot of feelings that are going around. You know, we're reaching out to the families and inviting people to the ceremonies. So if there's one thing we do well is stick together.
And that's absolutely true. Yeah. But I also want to, you know, we have so many things to talk to you about. One of the things I think I'd like to start with is that, you know, the near collapse on the east side pointed out questions about this move to convert office buildings into apartment buildings. And I wonder, as you think about inspections and things like that, what do you worry about as the city tries to get as much housing as possible by converting these buildings?
Sure. I mean, I do think it's important that we, you know, build some additional housing. There's always been a shortage. So the fire department is there as a support structure to make sure that as the city decides to move forward with different projects, that we're advising correctly and we're, you know, conducting inspections that make sure everybody stays safe.
Do you have enough inspectors?
We have a good, you know, I'm the commissioner of the fire department. I will never tell you I have enough of anything, right?
Good answer.
Our mission is to take care of New Yorkers, and there are plenty of them. So I'm always open to having more of everything. But we have a great team of instructors, inspectors. We're very skilled and very committed to keeping everybody safe.
Is there anything about the building structure in New York City that keeps you awake at night worrying?
Well, you know, we are in a 9/11, right, during this period of time, the 25th anniversary. So I have had firsthand view of buildings that are very tall and end up on the ground. So certainly I always worry about the fact that we have such tall buildings. And our infrastructure is, you know, we're an old city, and I'm concerned that, you know, we be able to move forward into the next few decades in a safe manner. And that takes everybody's participation to make sure we're doing the right things here.
So when you became commissioner, you worked your way up through the EMS department. And I wonder how you feel about an ongoing question, which is that there should be pay parity between EMS and firefighters, and how difficult that must be for you to deal with that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You know, when we merged in 1996, we merged New York City EMS with the fire department, and we were originally on two separate tracks. So bringing them into the same salary space is a difficult thing to do, and I can respect and accept that. However, it's been 30 years that we are one department. And nationally, we see that there is a shortage of EMS. So, you know, 60% of the nation is complaining that there's just not enough people coming to the EMS profession. And New York City is not exempt. And in order for me to continue to push forward and give these incredible resources and services to New York City, we need to have people that want to do that. So we have to be competitive in salary. I'm a big supporter of pay parity. And I sure hope that gets done.
I wonder how you convince people that they should get a career in EMS. It's such an important job.
I think through example and storytelling and making sure that people understand our mission as an EMS professional is really about saving lives. And I think there are a lot of people out there that are heroes and just don't know it yet. So we have to make sure that the department and the profession at large is accessible to the younger generation, that they understand what it means, and that they find their inner hero and they come and save lives for a living.
Do you think you have enough ambulances?
I think, again, you know, fire commissioner, so lots of calls. More is always better. Our department is doing about 1.6 million EMS runs a year.
Wow.
So certainly I welcome additional people, but at this point, we're really just trying to stabilize the system and get people recruited and want to stay at EMS. And that's part of the problem. You know, they for the ones that do come in, the pay is so different and so low that they just can't sustain themselves on it. they end up leaving within the first 5 years. So we want to keep them.
They leave within the first 5 years?
A lot of them do, yeah.
So is there much crossover, people who join EMS and then become firefighters?
Yeah, there are lots of people that come through EMS, and we love having them there, and they learn how to do very high quality emergency medical care. But you know, they do want to become firefighters, and at some point they move over. So there is a 4-year requirement in EMS so that you can be eligible for promotion to firefighter. I say promotion because civil service wise it's considered a promotion exam. But yeah, a lot of our former EMTs and paramedics and officers have moved from EMS operations to fire operations.
So let me talk to you about response times. They've been crawling up. I think the latest response time was 11 minutes and 23 seconds for life-threatening calls. Is that okay with you? I mean, it seems high.
Yeah, no, of course, it is high, and we're doing everything in our power to think about different solutions to that problem, but you know, it's basic math, right? When the call volume continues to go up and the staffing continues to go down, that means that it's going to be more difficult to get to the increasing calls. So I think lots of things have to be considered. One, making sure that we can recruit and retain people. Two, we've also have to make sure that the folks that use 911 understand how to use 911, that we're not a taxi ride or an Uber to a hospital, that these are highly qualified medical technicians, and that they should be saved for those type of emergencies.
Do you support legislation that says that there should be at least 2 EMS workers on each ambulance?
There currently are 2 EMS workers on the ambulance, so that's how we currently function.
So I also wonder about the streetscape. Mm-hmm. You know, there have been some complaints that it's difficult for ambulances to get through because we have bike lanes and bollards that are trying to slow down traffic for congestion pricing. And I wonder if any of those things are making it more difficult for your ambulances to get through and your fire trucks to get through, and if that's in effect helping or hurting your response times.
I think it contributes. I think, you know, traffic mitigating efforts are designed to slow down traffic, which are designed to save lives, right? And it does that. It achieves that. It slows down traffic, but it also slows us down. And we're trying to maneuver within the other traffic that's being slowed down. So I think in that sense, it does impact us. But the other side of the coin there is things like bike lanes and these different plans to slow things down also save lives. And as an agency whose only mission is to save lives, I understand that those things are necessary to protect people. So we have been fighting fires and treating New Yorkers for 161 years. And the city did not look like it does now 100 years ago, and it will not look like it does now 100 years from now. But we will continue to adapt, and we will continue to find ways to get to the folks that call 911 and need us to be there to protect them. And we'll do that for as long as we have to do that.
You know, I've been covering the fire department for more years than I care to let you know about. But one of the ongoing discussions has been whether there should be 5 men in a truck. And I know that some mayors have tried to reduce it to 4, and that puts special staffing problems for you because then 2 trucks have to respond. Mm-hmm. I wonder how you feel about it. I know you have to cope with whatever the city gives you, but do you think a 5-man truck is a more efficient way to run the department?
Yeah, you know, we've been in the configuration of 4 people and an officer for quite some time now. So we do a great job the way it is. Do I think more is better?
Yes.
Always, right? I always think more is better. But right now, the focus really is on getting 2 people in an ambulance, right? Like we are so challenged when it comes to staffing EMS that before I would think about putting a 5th person on an engine company, I want to make sure we stabilize EMS. So do I think 5 on an engine works? Absolutely. I think that's a great idea. But our primary concern right now is making sure that we can staff all our ambulances.
So do you think pay is going to be really important in attracting more people to the job?
I do, because I think we're the most recognized, greatest fire department in the world.
You are.
And I think we would attract the highest level of talent if they could afford to come here, work here, and live here.
And on that note, we're going to have to leave it right there for now. We are back with Fire Commissioner Lillian Bonsignore. And I think that New Yorkers need to know a little bit more about you since you were named. So okay. Here we go.
All right.
What's one thing your mom, your parents bugged you about when you were a child?
What did she bug me about? I think she told me to take it easy on myself because I was a straight A student.
You were hard on yourself?
I really was. If I got an A-, I was a failure in life. And she convinced me that life is not that serious and I'd be okay.
I bet you didn't get very many A-minuses anyway.
Not too many, but enough to stress me.
So name a secret skill or talent.
Yeah, I put flooring down. I put 2,000 square feet of flooring down in my own house.
You're kidding.
Yes, no, I'm pretty good at I'm pretty handy.
I guess so. So
yeah.
What's the last TV or streaming show that you watched?
I think it was The Pit. You know, I'm a paramedic, so, you know, I was very connected to it.
When was the last time you wore a costume?
Last time I wore a costume, probably a few years back.
What did you dress as?
What did I dress as? I don't quite remember. It's been a while, but I know I have been paramedic before. That's very, very creative. Yeah.
I guess if I were going to do it, I'd dress as a reporter.
Yeah.
So there we go. What's your most memorable birthday?
It was 50 years old. When I was 50 years old, I was on a cruise, really looking forward to having a great time, and I got contacted saying I was being promoted to Chief of EMS Operations.
Oh wow! What a great birthday present!
It was. It was a great birthday.
What's your favorite smell?
My favorite smell?
Yeah.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Without a doubt.
A woman after my own heart. What's your beverage of choice?
Diet Coke. It's everywhere.
What's the last time you admitted being wrong?
Probably this morning. I do that quite often.
I don't want to even ask you what you were wrong about. What's your least favorite vegetable?
Everything that's considered a vegetable. I don't eat vegetables.
Not any?
I'm so sorry, but I don't.
That's okay.
I probably need some help. But I don't eat vegetables.
So what is your favorite food then?
Cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers. This is a woman after my own heart. What do you think people notice most about you?
My haircut.
Why do you think that?
It's short. They call me sir first and then get, taken back. Oh, sorry, ma'am.
Does that bother you?
Not at all.
Okay, good. Yeah. Your last question. What's your favorite karaoke song?
It's Luther Vandross.
Really?
Yeah. Luther Vandross is Never Too Much. That's my favorite song in the whole world.
And are you good at karaoke?
No, I'm terrible.
Me too.
But it doesn't stop me.
You're a good sport for answering these questions. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you at home for joining us as well.